Yo, what is up, guys? It's Phantom today, and today we're talking about Street Fighter 6 in the comparison to Street Fighter 5. So, a lot of people left the honeymoon phase of Street Fighter 6, which, granted, I thought it would be a lot earlier, but nope. A lot of people now have been tweeting, "Oh, I missed Street Fighter 5. Street Fighter 5 isn't as bad as we thought it was." And I wish we could go back to Street Fighter 5. I'm gonna reinstall it and replay it. And I'm gonna tell you something very funny. Street Fighter 4 went through the same phase and Street Fighter 5 did. And you wanna know something? Street Fighter 5 wasn't even really a bad game. A lot of the issues with Street Fighter 5 got resolved. And I'll admit, in the base game of Street Fighter 5, it wasn't as, how do I put it? It wasn't as polished as Street Fighter 5, the final edition coming out, or that's out now. And that's probably why we missed it. Is because as soon as Street Fighter 5 got completely overhauled and made into it's still one of my favorite fighting games. As soon as it got overhauled and remade and stuff, then we got Street Fighter 6. And Street Fighter 6 was a fun experience. It's a great game. But yeah, I understand where people are coming from. And a lot of people end up like that. I remember when Street Fighter 5 came out, I bought Ultra Street Fighter 4 just so I could experience Street Fighter 4 again, because that's honestly one of my favorite Street Fighter games, was the Street Fighter 4 franchise. And immediately I was going to Street Fighter 5, I was like, oh, okay. Of course, Street Fighter 5 had a very iffy launch and very iffy everything, but now people are starting to miss Street Fighter 5. And this is something I even say, I'm like, we go through this with as soon as we get into a franchise, we do this with everything. We did it with Mortal Kombat. We're doing it with Mortal Kombat right now, because with Mortal Kombat 1, I'm starting to notice content creators are going back and playing Mortal Kombat 11. And listen, when it came to Mortal Kombat 11, I was more of a Mortal Kombat X fan. But, 11 was cool to me. It was whatever. 1 I actually like, but, it had this glaring issues. Street Fighter 6 doesn't have a lot of issues with it really, but there's a lot of people who miss Street Fighter 5. And listen, that game had a lot of flaws, but I enjoyed my time with it. Street Fighter 5 was definitely one of the games where it was when I started making content, like when I went back to making full-time content and I was streaming again and I was playing video games again. Street Fighter 5 was one of those games where I was like, man, this game is fun as hell. And it had pretty much all the characters I wanted to play as in that game, such as it had Karin, who's one of my favorite Street Fighter characters of all time, Argue with the Wall. It had Poison in there. It had Nash. It had, it didn't have Hugo, and it had fucking Abigail. And there was only one or two characters you don't want to play as. It introduced Ed. Introduced Luke. It brought in a lot of cool characters and a lot of cool things to do with it. And I understand. And yeah, the story mode wasn't that good, but it's a fighting game story mode. They're either hit or miss no matter what. And they're either hype or not that hype. But yeah, Street Fighter 5, I understand. Now, Street Fighter 6, I don't feel like it deserves any backlash or shame for what it does. It's a really good fighting game, and it's a really good advancement of the formula for Street Fighter 5. They tried out a bunch of new stuff with it, and I understand that. I feel like the roster is probably why people are a bit iffy on Street Fighter 6 right now, but I don't think anyone really is like, man, I can't play this game, it's untouchable. No, it's just people want to kind of relive Street Fighter 5, and that's okay. Street Fighter 5 was a great game. I understand if it was just a very questionable game, it wasn't that good, but no, it was a good game for what they gave us. So I understand the honeymoon phase is happening with Street Fighter 5, and Street Fighter 6 is kind of getting, from what some people are saying, people are like, oh, well, Street Fighter 6 might not have been all that great. First of all, to those people, calm your tits, okay? I understand you want to relive the glory days, but you ain't got to put down the future. Embrace remember the past, embrace the future, because both of these games are keeping the Street Fighter franchise alive. Alright? Because Street Fighter 6, first of all, it came through the gate swinging. it gave us whole new mechanics, or improved mechanics. Let's be honest, because I wouldn't call the parry system a whole new mechanic. Street Fighter Third Strike started that. And was it Third Strike or was it just plain 3? I'm wondering. If someone in the comments section can correct me or tell me, please do so. I welcome that. But the parry system was introduced in the Street Fighter 3 franchise. The one thing where the charge attacks was introduced in Street Fighter 4. And a lot of stuff they took a lot of stuff that made the Street Fighter franchise pretty good and improved on it. But yeah, a lot of people are having nostalgia for Street Fighter, and I just want to know, like, what are your thoughts on this? Like, do you guys have nostalgia for Street Fighter 5? The little bit of fighting game fans I have on here, did you guys enjoy Street Fighter 5? I know I did. How do you feel about Street Fighter 6? I never really got to ask that for you guys. How do you guys feel about the future of Street Fighter? How do you guys feel about Street Fighter in general? Don't forget to like, comment, and what else? Oh yeah, subscribe. That's the most important thing. One little button right there. Going ahead. Join the family. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, and let your heart be your guiding key.